Young Turks, new sponsor, Squarespace. Go Squarespace. Wait, is that a square? In London, we had a protest last week of the students who were incensed about the tuition hikes, which directly affects them. And there were some vociferous protests in the streets. Now, some reporters, including the anchor you're about to see on BBC, claimed that things were being thrown by the students and hence the police had to attack them, right? And, okay, you know, I wasn't there, and that might be true back and forth, and I don't know, right? We saw tape of significant protests and then the police taking significant action. But there's this one specific case here, which seems fairly clear. The guy's name is Jody McIntyre. He has cerebral palsy. He was in a wheelchair. And the first clip you're going to see is the BBC showing the footage of the police toppling from the wheelchair and dragging him across the street. So let's watch that first. Clip number 2.
Pictures appear to show Jody McIntyre, 20-year-old political activist and blogger who suffers from cerebral palsy, being pulled out of his wheelchair and dragged across the road to the pavement.
Now, if you notice, Ben Brown, the anchor there, said, appears to be. I don't think it needed that qualifier. That's fairly clear what the video footage shows, right? But interestingly, they had Jody McIntyre on the show right after they showed that footage and they talked to him. And then at first I was like, all right, you know, Ben Brown's being an anchor, he's got to ask him tough questions, etc. But then he kept going and going about how skeptical he was about McIntyre's side of the story. And he's like, are you sure you weren't throwing things? Are you sure you didn't deserve it? Are you sure you weren't a threat, etc.? I boiled it down to the last question here, almost the last question. But believe me, there was 8 minutes of enormous skepticism from Ben Brown about McIntyre's story. And McIntyre seems confused the whole time. Now, he's got cerebral palsy, as you're going to see, but he tries to explain it to him. Here, let's watch the next clip.
Shout anything provocative or throw anything that would have induced the police to do that to you?
Do you really think a person with cerebral palsy in a wheelchair can pose a threat to a police officer who is armed with weapons?
But you do say that you're a revolutionary.
That's a word. That's not a physical action that I've taken against a police officer that you're quoting from a website. But I'm asking you, do you think I could have in any way posed a physical threat from the seat of my wheelchair to an army of police officers armed with weapons? This whole line of argument is absolutely ludicrous because you're blaming the victims of violence for that violence.
I gotta say, I mean, I think this case is pretty clear. But that, you know, I'm not showing it just to say, oh my God, can you believe Ben Brown? I mean, it stresses, I mean, he asked him how many different times, are you sure you didn't provoke the police from inside your wheelchair? Really? Really? You saw the footage, really? You had to ask him that 2 or 3 different times in 2 or 3 different ways. I can't believe that, right? So, but this isn't about Ben Brown. You know what it is? It's that the authorities put out a press release, which he quoted several times in that interview, where they said, well, he hasn't pressed any charges yet. When they asked him about it, McIntyre said, yeah, I just got a lawyer. We're looking into what we're going to do. He's like, I don't know. The authorities say you haven't pressed charges. The authorities say you're a revolutionary. We saw it on a website somewhere. Are you sure you weren't throwing anything? Because if the authorities say something, it must be true. Because the government can never be wrong. The authorities can never be wrong. So if it must be the guy in the wheelchair that's wrong. Hey, he had it coming that he should be dragged out of his wheelchair and dragged across the street because the authorities say they are correct and he is wrong. That's what's wrong with the media apparently all across the world, not just in the United States. Come on, man, the media is supposed to challenge the government, not be its lapdog, not be its prosecutor, and to get people who are here, you know, and assaulted defenselessly and then blame them on TV for the problem. Look, it doesn't mean that the protesters were all right. It doesn't mean that the cops were all wrong. But look at, I mean, and that's the second part of this. It's the media keeps telling us to not believe our own eyes. What are you going to believe? The official government statement or your own eyes. Now, obviously, you should believe the government statement. No, I saw the tape, man. I mean, what? Here's how you can convince me otherwise. You show me proof that he threw a hand grenade from his wheelchair earlier. But there ain't no such proof. Nobody even alleges that. You see what I'm saying? He didn't throw anything, man. And even if he did, could you just wheel him away maybe? Could you do something other than drag him across the street? Hey, listen, you know, it has a terrible, ugly downside, which is that you can't trust the media. They're just puppets. They just say whatever the government wants them to say, right? The upside for us is, F them. You got us, okay? Well, if they're not going to tell you the truth and we're going to tell you the truth, then you can watch the real truth right here. New sponsor at the Young Turks, Squarespace. They help you build websites. They've got 24/7 support, and they've built some of the largest websites in the world.
They have an iPhone app, so you can edit your website on the go.
TYT promo code. 10% off for the life of your order. Squarespace.